In this video, we're going to cover cybersecurity culture. Let's get after it. To understand cybersecurity culture, we first need to understand what we mean by organizational culture. What do we mean by the culture of a company or an organization? And in my mind, culture is a framework for decision making. It's something that guides people's behaviors on a day-to-day basis. It's the ethical North Star of an organization. Cyber culture is a subset of broader organizational culture. And that means that cybersecurity culture is the thing that's driving people's decision makings and guiding people's actions on topics related specifically to cybersecurity. Now, this begs the question, how do you build a good cybersecurity culture? And what I could say is no two systems are the exact same, so it's impossible to give a step-by-step guideline for how to create culture. What I would say is that there are some broad kind of themes to follow. I think it comes down to three key things. Firstly, culture comes from the top. You can't expect people to behave in a good way that keeps your organization cyber secure if you yourself, as the leaders of the organization and the senior leaders of the organization, aren't following the types of behaviors or behaving in the ways that you want the employees to behave. You have to set a good example. Secondly, building great cybersecurity culture without having a good or strong organizational culture is a really hard thing to do. And the reason why is because it's really hard to get somebody to make the right decisions when it comes to cybersecurity if they're worried about getting stabbed in the back by Janice from payroll. Now, if your name's Janice and you're in payroll, that's not me saying that you're going to stab somebody in the back. So apologies if your name is Janice and you work in payroll. Thirdly, and I see this an awful lot, especially in some of the more senior leaders in an organization, I think there's a misconception that punishment equals culture. It doesn't. And in fact, I'd suggest that in a lot of cases, it's the opposite. Punishing people, especially without a reason, actually builds bad cybersecurity culture. Now, that's not me saying that somebody who's breaking the rules over and over or having cyber issues over and over and over doesn't deserve some type of conversation or intervention or something along those lines. That's me saying, let's use an example. Let's say somebody gets phished, they click on a link and they think, oh man, I shouldn't have clicked on that link. At that moment, that employee has a decision to make. He or she can turn around and say, yeah, whoops, I kind of clicked on this link. Sorry guys, I think it might be a phishing link. Or he or she can just, oh, I better not say anything. If there's a thought for a second that that person's going to get punished, especially really harshly for speaking up, well, the likelihood is that they're going to keep their mouth shut, and that's the exact opposite of what you want. Now, Peter Drucker has a saying that I like an awful lot when it comes to this stuff, which is that culture eats strategy for breakfast. And broadly what that means is you can have the best cybersecurity strategy in the world, but if you've got a poor culture, it doesn't matter because you're not going to be cyber secure. That's it for today's video, folks. Stay happy, stay healthy, look after each other. I'll see you guys later.